Hello, good evening. I'm gonna let y'all start getting the notifications. Hey, move. Okay, y'all should start getting the notifications. I know I'm normally asleep around this time lately, but I'm up. Let's see if y'all start getting the notifications. I think my notifications have been hacked. Yeah, I think my notifications have been hacked. I see one person. Let's see if everybody else start getting their notifications. Oh, you got your notification? Okay, Mr. Parker. We're gonna talk about the DOJ. And then on tomorrow, Govan has. Okay, you got your notifications. Okay. Hey, Shan. And then on tomorrow, Govan has court. Hey, Miss J. Okay, you got it tonight, but sometimes you don't get it. Hey, Miss Michelle, Jamal, Teresa, positive vibes. Yeah, we're going to talk about the DOJ, Department of Justice. Hey, that dude. And we're going to talk about Govan has a court hearing tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. He has a court hearing tomorrow. I believe it's tomorrow. Is it the 13th? I thought that Straight Drop had a court hearing on the third. I should have checked it. Somebody check it for me. Somebody check it for me to see if it's for some reason I thought it was tomorrow. I don't know why. I thought it was tomorrow and I thought that Straight Drop went to court on the 13th. I should have checked it. Oh, let's see. Yeah, we're gonna wait and let other people start coming in. I've been asleep though. Hold on. Okay, Straight Drop goes to court on the 12th. Straight Drop goes to court on the 12th. For some reason, I thought Go Man goes to court tomorrow. I don't know why. Maybe I got it mixed up. Glad you got it. I'm glad people are starting to get their notifications. I know I haven't been on here much. Hey, Diane. Does anybody know when Go Van go back to court? For some reason, I thought it was tomorrow. I don't know why. Go Man be in here. Go Man, do you go back to court tomorrow? Be in here. Okay, you guys, we wanted to talk about the Department of Justice, and I kind of talked about it a little bit earlier today. I wanted to wait and start letting other people come in. Y'all know, when I've been getting home, I've been following. It's cold too, and I've been working a lot, and is Stanley in here? Stanley hadn't been in here in a while. He has not been in here in a while. Stanley, are you in the bushes? Um, but for some reason I thought it was tomorrow. December is a busy month. Work be working for real. I'm telling you, I'm tired. I am. And I probably would not have gotten on tonight. I woke up. I woke up. I went to sleep. I fell out and went to sleep. I woke up. I'm thinking it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was like 8:30 something. And I'm serious. So then I started looking at my phone, and somebody had posted in my comments, "This channel dead." I could just hear their voice off their meth. Sound like somebody be on meth. This channel dead. I said, since they say the channel dead, I guess I'll drink some coffee. Quick, get your pants down. I said, I guess I'll drink me some coffee and get on. That's what I do, child. Now the channel dead, but you over here. That's oxymoron right there. The channel dead, but you over here on the channel. Ain't that something? I'm telling you, I bet it was somebody on off that meth, off that crack. That's somebody a crackhead would say. Yeah, even the trolls miss me. They be missing me. They mad because I'm you know, the work is a plentiful, and and I'm tired, and it's cold outside. I don't even like being outside when it's cold. So they miss me. They want me to come on so I can throw what they say. I can throw them an alley hoop because they feed off of my energy. I'm the truth. I'm the motherfucking truth. Okay, I'm the truth in real life. So they have to feed off of my energy. They look at me to know what direction to go in. So, I mean, it would be better if they just sent me an email. I respect them. Look, been feeding off your energy forever. We look at you because we know, bitch, we know you know. Okay. So when you sleep and stuff, you can then work. We just say anything. We never put our foot in Memphis. We don't know shit about Memphis. Okay. We need you. I respect you better if you said that. Whatever, boo. I said alley hoop, or whatever. I ain't got no black youngster interview. I saw that. Out of all the interviews, listen, Black youngster has not done a interview since 2021. It that's how it seems, and it's not with me. And it's not with me. And it's not with me. I don't think Black Youngster would do an interview with me. And to be completely honest with you, I wouldn't want to do a interview with Black Youngster. I'm gonna tell you why. I just don't think that Black Youngster, I don't think, and this is just in my opinion, I don't think Black Youngster would be stable enough. I don't think Black Youngster would be mentally stable enough. Stop. Get down to do an interview with me. And I'm serious. Um, and I wouldn't dog him or nothing. I'm just not going to you know, tiptoe around questions as it relates to him. I just don't think he would be meant I don't think he would be stable enough. And even though I wouldn't dog him or go in, I don't attack people, right? When I'm interviewing people, I don't attack people. That's just not my style of doing stuff. I don't want nothing they won't give me, but I'm an ask though. I just don't think that he would be. I don't think he would be mentally healthy enough to do an interview with me. Um, Anyways, you guys, I want to talk about, let's discuss the DOJ that's in Memphis. Of course, you know, the Department of Justice um, did their review, right? They basically did some audits and they told of their findings. Now, the Department of Justice will go into any department at any time. I remember when the sheriff's office was up under the Department of Justice for a very long time. I'm surprised that the sheriff's office is not up under the Department of Justice now with what I hear that's going on in that jail. But hey, I digress. Um, but anyways, they did their audits and all of that, and that's their job, right? That's their job. They go into government facilities, law enforcement, things of that nature, especially as it relates to law enforcement, and they do their audits and then they give their findings, right? And it looks like the Department of Justice has some concerns as it relates to the Memphis Police Department. Okay, and the mayor did an interview. Um, the mayor did an interview. Not an interview, but the mayor did a press conference discussing, right, how he actually felt. Mo, hold on, you guys. I know you all probably seen it before, but we're going to look at it and we're going to discuss this, okay?
Are you skeptical of headlines and what you see on social media? We are too. The Verify newsletter answers your questions, clarifies what's true and false, and even includes a daily fun fact. Go to verifythis.com/email to check it out.
So let's go now to that press conference with the city.
Hard work, effort, and time that they've spent in developing it. We certainly appreciate their acknowledgement of the efforts that have gone into the city of Memphis to date. And I'm going to mostly read my remarks because I want to make sure that I get it all out. After I finish, certainly we'll open it up for some questions and answers. So before I say anything else, let me be clear that I believe that even one incident of mistreatment by the police is one too many. The report the DOJ released last night, it's going to be difficult to read. Some of the types of incidents that are described are simply not acceptable, and our hearts go out to every person who has been impacted by those actions. Hear me when I say these things, that policing in Memphis must always be ever evolving, constantly improving, and I'm confident that our team is ready to further the work of creating ongoing change. We believe that adjustments we've already begun making must continue and that they must expand. It's my job as mayor to fight for the best interest of our entire community, every member, and that's what I'm here to do today. After carefully considering the information that we received from DOJ, we didn't believe that entering into any agreement in principle or consent decree right now, before even thoroughly reading the DOJ report, would be in the best interest of our community. It's crucial that the city has the time to do a thorough review and respond to the findings before agreeing to anything that could become a long-term financial burden to our residents and could, in fact, actually slow down our ongoing efforts to continuously improve our police department. The consent decree in Chicago has cost their city more than $500 million. The consent decree in Seattle has cost their city more than $200 million. In New Orleans, their consent decree has cost them more than $100 million. And from what I understand, in many cases, consent decrees are in place for at least 10 years or more. In some of these cities, crime has actually increased under a consent decree. And we can't risk that here, not in the city that I love, the city that made me everything that I am. We aren't alone in wanting to pursue a smarter way to make improvements. And we firmly believe that there is a better way. We believe we can make more effective and meaningful change by working together with community input and independent national experts than we can with a bureaucratic, costly, and complicated federal government consent decree. While the review period of this DOJ report predates my tenure as mayor, make no mistake that this administration takes the DOJ findings seriously, and we're going to review this report with an open mind to the recommendations. And while no police department is perfect, we have to strive to become as close as possible. Protecting the interests of this community is my top priority. And while we have much work to do, we are on the right track. As citywide crime has been down 13.5%, the Part 1 crimes and the more violent, those more serious crimes are down 19%. We've already begun implementing several changes within MPD, and we're committed to further progress. Our promise to Memphis and Memphians is that once the findings report is thoroughly reviewed, we'll work collaboratively with our community, local civil rights stakeholders, independent national experts, and the DOJ to develop an effective improvement plan that transcends what is undoubtedly a bureaucratic and costly consent decree. We're working with the team now to arrange a series of town hall meetings so that we can get community and stakeholder feedback on the DOJ's report, as well as the path we will take to ensure an even better MPD and a better Memphis. I want you all to know and make no mistake that we're committed to ensuring that we have a best-in-class police department that respects all citizens. And to sum it up, we agree that our police department should always strive for improvement. However, we don't believe that the consent decree is the most effective way or efficient way to achieve the results that our community needs and deserves. We believe that by working with all of you in our community, we can faster and more effectively work towards the outcomes that we all desire. And while I haven't been able to thoroughly read the DOJ report yet, I'm happy to take your questions about our response to the DOJ request that we immediately sign the agreement in principle towards the consent decree. So I'll stop there. And I'm also joined here with Chief Davis, as well as our Chief Legal Officer, Tamara Gibson.
The Department of Justice just set up a news conference that they can sue for an injunction to enforce the tenets of this investigation. Are you prepared to go to court in order to avoid signing of the consent decree?
At this point, we're working to get through the report and thoroughly vet it and understand what is being proposed there, and we'll take it from there.
Okay, so it looks like what the Department of Justice did, they didn't come in with any demands. They just did some audits and came in with some proposals. Evidently, it wasn't bad enough for them to take over. A lot of what I saw, because they can just take over. I guess it was not bad enough for that. They came in with proposals, right? And the proposal would, I guess they would pay them to help them fix those concerns, right? And what he's saying, it seems like to me what he's saying is they want to take the opportunity to look over it um, and correct it, right? So a lot of the concerns that was going on, um, he's saying that they're predated 10 years. They proposed the exact same thing when I guess when uh Mayor, if it was 10 years, Mayor Warden, starting with Mayor Warden and then Strickland, right? So a lot of the concerns that they have, um, he said was predated back 10 years were concerns that they had from 10 years ago. I do know that the rape kits has been an issue for about 10 years, where there have been kits that's just sitting up that DNA that needed to be tested. People were still being assaulted by the same folks because those kits and stuff were not being tested. That has been an issue. I'm telling you all, that's been an issue for at least 10 years. And the problem, the excuse has been um, funding, the money to test them, and the manpower, which to me is no excuse at all, right? It's no excuse at all. But that has been an issue. They raised that issue. It's a very valid issue, and it has been an issue for about 10 years or more. Okay, for about 10 years or more. So a lot of their concerns that they're bringing up again, and I'm glad that the Mayor Paul Young is addressing them, has been what has been coming up for a long time around before his administration even got in. So okay, let's continue on.
Mayor, I know that you said you're still doing the report, but you've also spoken quite strongly about your concerns regarding the consent decree. Why should Memphians trust the same city, the same government that did these constitutional violations to reform itself without something like those types of consent decrees?
Well, Memphis is a creative community. We have people in our community that are committed to various causes, and this administration is committed to doing the things that are going to get the best results for the citizens of Memphis. And we want to pull together our own process to ensure that we are making the constant changes that are needed to protect our citizens. And we're willing to make that commitment to the residents. That's why we are looking towards holding our own series of town hall meetings in response to the report and develop an improvement plan or a plan that all of us locally can agree upon. And I believe that Memphians can drive our own destiny, and we can take the recommendations and the technical assistance of the DOJ as we get there.
Chief, can we hear your response to the findings and also your response to residents who feel like these findings could be accurate?
Yes. So our response mine is very similar to the mayor. We haven't had an opportunity to really thoroughly look at the complete report. However, modifications and changes in the Memphis Police Department have been ongoing for some time now. Significant changes have been ongoing. In some of the areas that were outlined in the report, we have made significant changes aligned with the Department of Justice, getting their support with some of the training that has been ongoing, not just this year, but in previous years. We have ongoing training and policy changes as well in the Memphis Police Department. In the last 3 years, we've changed over 700 policies in the Memphis Police Department. Policies that help to direct process, help to improve officer response. Community engagement has been a significant part of the work that we're doing to ensure that we don't just go out and create various types of policies and processes, but to also have our community members engaged as well, our community members and our clergy. We have graduated over 1,000 children. You know, some of the report talks about children, which is for me as a chief and for our department, we spend a lot of time with our children in our community. We've graduated over 1,000 children from our Dare Great program and work consistently to try to improve those relationships. So we're going to look through the report to ensure that we're not missing anything. We know that we have opportunities to improve every day. And so at this point, we are moving forward with working with our officers internally, working with the community, as the mayor said, to have open conversations about what this report means and how we can better the police department and Memphis.
The city has signaled a price tag as a concern for non-entry into consent decree. But at the same time, we're also hearing that the city is very willing to embrace policy changes. What's the difference in cost there? Are we just more concerned about attorney fees?
Yeah, I think it's more important for us to put the money into the initiatives that are going to produce the results that we want to see, as opposed to putting the money towards the costly bureaucratic process of monitors and all of the other things that come along with a consent decree.
Mayor, so I know you haven't looked at the report in total, but does it have?
Okay, so what he's saying there is, rather than, because the DOJ has given them the report for them showing, you know, their audits and all of that, what they can do better, what they see, what needs to be done better. But here's the thing, the Department of Justice has the authority, if it's bad enough, to take over, right? To monitor them. Evidently, it was not bad enough, right? They just made their recommendations. It seems like to me what the mayor is saying, that rather than pay for hundreds of millions of dollars for DOJ to monitor them, he'd rather take the report, get with experts and use the money and correcting the problems that DOJ is saying that they have, right? Okay, let's continue on.
Anything in it that you didn't already know? I mean, we kind of knew that there were problems in terms of, police behavior, but have you found anything that you didn't know?
Yeah, again, I hadn't had a chance to really study it in depth, and so I don't want to speak too much about it until I can really take it all in.
What
Yes, ma'am.
effect is the possibility that the incoming Trump administration would not pursue litigation for the consent decree?
We would have the same position regardless of the outcome of the presidential election.
Mayor Young, you talked about the fact that there are already some changes underway, and that Memphis needs to kind of set its own path forward.
You all make sure you hit the like
State has
button.
been more than willing to show that it does not want Memphis to have a lot of independence when it comes to establishing policies with its police department. I'm thinking about the pretextual stop ordinance being rolled back.
Joy, look,
Uh,
don't upset me.
and the DOJ report talks a lot about traffic stop policies. Do you think that the federal consent decree would have helped almost supersede the state and have allowed Memphis to make the changes that you want to see within the police department? And are you concerned that the city might get steamrolled by the state if it tries to institute some more police reforms?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, as mayor of the city of Memphis, we work within the context of which we live. We work within state law and federal laws, and our goal is to develop a plan of action that takes all of those things into consideration.
Mayor or Chief, I know you said that this city and entity have already done some of the things recommended by the DOJ. Could one of you walk us through a few examples of DOJ recommendations that have already been implemented?
Well, I don't want to speak to specific things from the report, but I can talk about some of the things that MPD has done. They've done extensive modification to the disciplinary process and policies to include the disciplinary matrix. They've improved supervisory oversight and accountability. They created over 125 first-line supervisor positions, which never before existed. And this is just in the last couple of years. MPD has implemented annual training in de-escalation, bias-based policing, duty to intervene, active bystander, train the trainer, supervisor training, multiple leadership trainings, to include starting the MPD Leadership Academy, CIT mental crisis training for all recruits. Now all recruits are receiving that training, and they host CIT training annually for veteran officer certification. And then lastly, modified over 700 policies to include new procedures for investigating use of force complaints with mandatory alerts to address potential patterns. So those are just some of the things.
And the city has addressed in their response a rush to judgment because of the timing of this investigation. With a heavy emphasis on discriminatory policing by the DOJ today, do you still feel as though this is a rush to judgment, or how exactly do you address that discrimination aspect specifically?
Well, again, I want to read the report in full and before I even comment on any of the things that's therein. So we'll hold on that question.
Chief, one of the things that doesn't seem to be spoken about as much is that Tennessee is an open carry state. And while it's, we hear about Second Amendment rights, in more rural parts, though that open carry law has a different effect in an urban setting like Memphis. Do you think this finding accounts for what your force is up against relative to firepower on the street?
Absolutely. It does create a very complex situation for our officers, especially in an open carry environment. Naturally, when you have more guns on the street, you have more encounters with police officers, especially as they attempt to keep communities safe, especially communities that have a prevalence of violence. And I think all of the things that we're talking about today, including various state laws and firearms and crime on the street. I think it all plays a part in encounters with our officers in our community. The balance is what we try to get to make sure that we have a balance that's fair and impartial and constitutional as well. So it's definitely a challenge. Memphis is an anomaly, but we're up to the challenge, and our officers have been agile, our supervisors have been agile, and we look forward to the progress that we know that we can make in the city of Memphis.
There's been a lot of discussion about how a consent decree could affect the finances of Memphis and how much it could cost. The DOJ report is very detailed and provides specific examples of how citizens in Memphis are affected by police misconduct on a daily basis. By saying you're not going to a consent decree, where do the citizens of Memphis point to for accountability and responsibility for what has happened at the police department?
Well, I think your point is based under the premise that the consent decree is the only way to get the results that we all seek to find. And our goal is to develop a process that is community-based, where we locally can agree on how we're going to get the results that all of our citizens want. As mayor, I'm accountable.
I like it when Paul said that he's the mayor. He's accountable because the mayor actually, the police chief supervises the police department, but the mayor is actually over the police department because he appoints the police chief. So I'm glad he said that.
All right.
Mayor Young, I have one question.
All right. This will be the last one. Go for
I
it.
know you said you hadn't read the report. Something that hadn't been mentioned when this investigation was announced, but was mentioned in the report and the findings, was the Memphis Police Department's CIT division and how it responds to mental health calls. Specifically, it referenced a lot of that other cities, they have non-police responses and also have police officers trained.
Okay, so basically, like I said, if the Department of Justice made recommendations, they could, if it was bad enough, they could have actually just taken it over, right, and made demands, but they made recommendations. And it sounds like to me that the mayor is saying rather than put in hundreds of millions of dollars for them to supervise what they feel like the problem is, what they're going to do is overlook their recommendations and make those corrections with the recommendations. These issues, like I said, a lot of the issues that I was reading, these issues have been going on forever. Hey, especially with the rape kits. Uh, of course, I like Paul Young. I do. I like Paul Young. Um, I went to Paul Young's in them church, right? Paul Young's family, and I know people say, "Well, you're partial." So what? So what if I am partial? I'm not talking to you, Mr. Parker, but I'm just saying before some people in the bushes say anything, fuck you. Okay? Because I'm gonna tell not you, Mr. Parker, because I know you sensitive and all that good stuff. I'm just saying, nobody, um, before anybody in the bushes, they be stalking me, they be obsessed, say anything of yes. I like Paul Young. I went to Paul Young's in them's church, and Paul has always been a very humbled person. And I think my only concern was with Paul was that at first I had some concerns. Not that he was never that he was gonna be crooked or anything like that. I had some concerns, but one thing that I always knew is that they were innovative. Paul and them are good people, right? Hey, from what I witnessed, what I had the opportunity to witness firsthand, okay, I knew that if the city was going to be more innovative, he would have been the person for it because um I knew that man ain't gay. um I knew that he would be a good person for that because I saw like what his parents, did for the city. Well, yeah. So hey, I listen. It's a long way to go, but I think that Paul has inherited. He's inherited a lot of problems from the past, right? And people don't really look at that, right? They don't really look at that. They recognize, okay, here's a problem and it needs to be fixed as they should. But he inherited a lot of this. A lot of what they're talking about was going on way before before chief before the new police chief got there, right? CJ Davis. DOJ had been saying this, right? So, hey, I listen. I do agree with when they say that they feel like there's some discriminatory things going on. I can agree with that because when I worked for the police department, when I was working in traffic, you have to understand I had the opportunity to witness it firsthand when I was doing traffic, and we would be assigned, and this is when we were just traffic officers, right? And you had you know um male whites that had come from suburban areas. They were still like 18, 19 years old. A lot of them had not even been around black people. Hey, they had not even been, come here, they had not even been around black people yet at that time. And they were still wet behind the ear. Y'all hold on. They were still wet behind the ear, and yes, they were doing some things that they should not have been doing because I used to hold on for a second, y'all. Hold on, let me get them straight. Hey, you guys, I'm back. Um, a lot of a lot of those kids were coming from suburban areas, and they was traffic officers, and so had no interactions with black people and felt a certain way, right? And by the time I became a traffic officer, I was already 25, 26 years old. So I'm like an auntie anyways. I had two kids already and everything. So I absolutely was not having it. So they definitely had racist views. Okay. Um and the unfortunate thing about it is that some of them had end up being senior traffic officers to um older people of color that was coming in after them, right? They'd have to train them. They didn't necessarily care for black people, especially if you were a black woman that was opinionated like me, right? That was not just gonna take it. Um, I didn't have to be in the car with them, but I do know that that happens, and I said that to say this because when we would go to accidents, right? um it was definitely at our discretion as we wrote those tickets out, right? Because we would write the tickets out at these accidents, and we were able to charge them. And a lot of the charges that was on those tickets it was definitely at our discretion. If a person had, what I started seeing or noticing was little small things. If we were in like out east around Cordova, Germantown Parkway, at that time it was definitely predominantly white, right? At that time. And if we, if there was an accident and it was a Caucasian person, and maybe they left their financial responsibility, proof of their financial responsibility, maybe it wasn't in their car, in their wallet. You could take their word for it, or you can have them to actually call their insurance company on the phone and verify it. What I started noticing was like, if we were in certain areas, around the predominantly white areas, they would give them the opportunity to call and verify their financial responsibility, right? So that they wouldn't have to charge them with that. But if we were in certain other areas, if they said, well, I have insurance, I just don't have it in my card, in my purse or whatever, they didn't even give them the opportunity to prove that, right? It was definitely at their discretion. I mean, you get somebody that's gonna be out there acting a fool, you gonna charge them. That's why I tell people you get more bees with honey. If it's at a person's discretion, if they want to charge you with something, you being out there cussing, you ain't the motherfucking police and blah 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 blah, ghetto ass, you know, you probably gonna get hit with every charge that's on the ticket, right? Um, but it was definitely issues with that, and I did address that. I was addressing it. Okay, so I know at the time, if I'm in training, you're the senior PST, but I noticed what you're doing. I got issues with that. I got issues with that. You just gave this white lady um a pass. She was at fault for the wreck. She was at fault. You tried to find a way to make the black person at fault. But that was the time for me to speak up. Wait a minute. It's obvious that she hit this person in the back. You're not going to try to make wrong right for her. Oh, okay. Well, I trust you. You say you got insurance. You don't even have to verify it. I'm just not going to charge you with it. But we get around South Parkway. Y'all know how I feel about South Memphis anyways, okay? Because I grew up in South Memphis. We get around South Memphis, you want to charge all of the South Memphians, okay? And which they might not have no insurance, okay? But the thing about it is give people a break. We already in an area that is, especially if they know how to act, it's not that severe. If they're at fault, you charge them, but you don't have to just consistently hit them over the head. I'll never forget one of those traffic officers that I was with. He came from the backwoods of Millington. He was a young boy where they, walk barefoot in the woods and shoot animals and stuff. Okay, they hunt, eat raw meat. That's how nicky he was. And it was an old lady. She got off the bus and she wasn't thinking. She crossed the street and a car hit her. Now, it's called jaywalking, right? She was an older lady in her 60s. Luckily, he didn't kill her, right? He didn't kill her. She went to the hospital. So I'm like, okay, well, it's not the thing was to ensure that the car coming down, it was Bellevue. Coming down Bellevue was not charged because it was not his fault, because she actually got off the bus and walked out in front of the car. Now, this was an older lady. She had already been hit. She was already in enough pain, but thank God it was not, he wasn't going fast enough to just run her over. He hit her and knocked her down. She was scratched up and scraped up. So we go over to the med. He was like, we're gonna get her to go over to the med. I said, okay. At this time, I'm the senior traffic officer, okay? So, the senior traffic officers let the junior traffic officers, we made them do all the work. We just sat on the passenger side, looked out the window, right? I said, what the hell we going to the damn med for? We're getting ready to go over to the med. I said, what are we going over to the med for? Oh, go over here and talk to her. I said, okay. I said, okay. I ain't gonna let because he was okay, cool. He get over there. He pull out his ticket book. I said, what are you doing? The lady's sitting in the back. I said, what are you doing? I'm getting ready to write her a big fat ass talker. She got off of that bus and walked out in front of that car. I said, no, you're not. No, you're not. What we did was we wrote up the report to ensure that the driver was not charged with being at fault. But I mean, the lady walked. Nobody in their right mind try to walk out in front of a car to get tore up. So it was bad enough. We did what we were supposed to do to ensure that the driver was not charged. Okay, that's how you write up that report. But this lady, even though she walked out in front of that car, nobody walks out in front of a car on purpose. This was an older lady. I'm getting ready. Go on, take it. I said, put your damn ticket book up and let's go. You're not giving her a ticket. Okay, for jaywalking. Hell, she already had been hit by a car, but that was around the South Memphis area. Y'all know how I am about South Memphis, okay? But that same little young traffic officer would be out in around whenever I rode with him. If we had the lieutenant put us together, if we were around Cordova, some parts of Collierville, because we really couldn't go out into the county. Areas like that where it was Bartlett predominantly white. I watched him and I called him to the table. See, they didn't like riding with me. We don't like riding with Thompson. No, they didn't like riding with me. I went out there with them long anyways, because I was gonna end up hurting one of them. They went on ahead and sent me on back up to the investigative unit in Crime Stoppers, okay? Because I had worked up there with them before. But I said that to say this: I already know that because I saw early on, and just think about it, a lot of these, look, those that's been years ago. So a lot of those young men that had come from the backwoods in Tennessee somewhere that was coming onto the police department, being first you a traffic officer until they pay for your college. There a lot of them are police officers now, right? They had that mentality. Who knows if they've changed or not? So yes, that's an issue because when you go to court, it's mostly, and I try to, I try to be as fair as I could be, right? I tried to be as fair as I could be because it was not about just overly charging folks. It was about cutting, you could cut people breaks, you know what I mean? If your car, if you had a wreck and the like the trunk or something wouldn't go down, that was an automatic tow. If you're in areas that are impoverished, okay, and all of that, you have folks saying, please, I can't pay for no they take if y'all told my car it's going to the impound, I can't pay to get it. And I started looking at, well, the trunk won't go down. And you had what I couldn't understand is there was black traffic officers that was just so evil, right? Well, we can get something, try to tie the trunk down. No, we gonna send it to the impound. This lady just had a wreck. She already ain't got no damn money. She begging. We ain't got to send it to the impound. Let that lady drive off with her damn car. The police officers, when they got to the scene, they didn't even know how to do traffic reports, hell, crash reports. So they didn't give a damn. What y'all gonna do? Because I don't want to be here anyway. What y'all want us to do? Do we need to what? Because we don't want to take them to jail because we don't want to be in the salad port. We don't want to do no damn reports. So whatever it is y'all say, do and whatever. Let that lady go. Don't tow her car. Let's help her get some strings and shit. Tie that trunk down. Let that lady. She live right up the street. Let her go home. Right? You could cut people breaks, but people don't know how to do that. And then that's why I say with the public, some people don't know how to do it because there are some good officers, but then that's why I say the public got to know how to act. If you get on the scene and you already wrong, and y'all ain't no motherfucking police officers. Well, we the ones that control the traffic scene. The police officers don't even know how to do crash reports like that. They might make them. They might make them do them now. So they're gonna stand there, and when they make the scene and ask us what we need to do, what do we need to arrest them? Because if not, we need to go on back to our hole so we can eat donuts. Shit. And that's why a lot of officers, when they made the scene, when they were showing out, we don't want, they would say, we don't know nothing about no crash report. Whatever this traffic officer say, that's what we're going to do. So you might need to be nice to them, because if they say that you have violated, if they check off anything on this box where there's a violation, where we have to take you to jail, that's what we're going to have to do. And I don't want to take you because I don't want to do no report. And so that's why I say the public got to learn how to act too. You get more beans with honey. You sitting out there, you already wrong. You ain't got no driver's license. You acting a damn fool. You gonna get on that radio and call for assistance. No driver's license, and your ass gonna ride down to 201 Poplar, where you gotta shut the hell up. You ain't even have to call them out here on the scene. Call your mom and them, tell them to come get your car and goodbye. Right? And we charge you give you a ticket. You can't drive off the scene. You ain't got no license, and gone on home or something. And so I don't want things to be, for me, and I'm saying for me, I don't want police officers to be mistreating people, because you have a lot of officers that do that. Some officers just don't know how to act. You have some officers that are really, really good, but then we have citizens that acts a damn fool. Okay, and as the public, if I feel like if we're gonna ever get to a place of a balance where there has to be repercussions for these criminals, what they want to do is they want to water down, I believe, police departments, whereas even the criminals, because they're already running amok now. Anytime you run up in a Dollar Tree, the Dollar Tree is my favorite damn store. I messes with the Dollar Tree. I go up in there to get all types of shit. Okay. But anytime you see on the news that folks, you shopping in the Dollar Tree, and somebody walks up in the Dollar Tree and just start robbing folks in daylight, y'all, we got a damn problem. And y'all want to water down the police, but a lot of people that want the police watered down and not doing anything to criminals, they're a bunch of damn criminals, and they know their kids ain't shit. They ain't got to do no little Junebug. They want Junebug to be able to burglarize everybody's house in the damn neighborhood, when somebody probably ought to been gave Junebug a damn headshot. But see, folks don't want to talk about that. Damn, Junebug ain't did nothing. Junebug ain't robbed nobody's house. Lady, whenever Junebug take his ass to jail for crack, all the burglaries in the neighborhood stop. Everybody know it's Junebug that's burglarizing the houses. But folks want to get mad at the police because they come and get Junebug ass and take him to jail. Then want to get on Facebook because they want to sell fish plates for his bun, and ain't nobody gonna buy his bun. Look, don't buy no fish plate from her, because she trying to get Junebug out. They already done sent a message, because everybody in the damn neighborhood, to include some family members, glad Junebug is in jail. Don't buy no fish plates from her. Don't buy no fish plates from Betty Ann. She trying to get Junebug ass out. Okay? And so then they jump on Facebook. Don't nobody want to help nobody. But they want to water down the police. I have such bad issues with folks sitting up talking about the curfew. The police won't make little Rufus come in the house. Little Rufus 15 years old. Police don't do their job, lady. The police ain't supposed to have more control over your damn little Rufus, over your damn son, than you. See, those are the types of issues that I have, and don't nobody want to bring that to the table. Ain't no damn police officer got no business having more control over my damn kids than me. They won't make Rufus come in the house. Okay, so that's a problem right there, lady. That's a problem. When you can't make Rufus come in the house and you feel like it is the police job to raise your damn sons. Okay? You got 7, 8 sons. I don't mean no harm because kids can be a blessing. Some of them, all of them ain't. Because some of them are, I'm telling you that some of them something else. Okay? That's the issue. And I'm kind of joking. All babies are a blessing, okay? I'm putting some humor in it. But it's not the police job to raise your children. And so, with all of this crime consistently escalating, hey, the police officers have to get back home to their families. You know, if little Rufus got a weapon, I promise to God, y'all, I went into the dollar store the day before yesterday because I'm always going into them little stores. I guess I'm just getting old. I like to go into little stores and pick up little stuff. And I went into the dollar store to pick up some stuff. And I'm sitting there. The clerk in the dollar store looked like she was just scared. She was looking all around. They was stealing. I said, "These mother suckers in here stealing. Let me get out of here." Um, and I looked at the guy. He kept going, looking at the cashier. She looked like she was scared. And then he came and stood at the front. I don't know what he was just standing there for, but I looked down at his pants, and you could see he had a Draco just as big down in his pants leg. And he saw me look down at it, and he slammed out of the door. Boom! As if he got mad at me for looking at it, and jumped in his car. I don't know what the hell that man was getting ready to do. Vroom. Boom. I mean, he put his foot on the gas. Why he have to leave out the store like that just because I looked down at his damn pants leg? That's what I can't understand. And drove off like that. Okay. It's a 15-year-old named Rufus. Y'all know these girls be having kids with these old men now and making a fool out of them and naming the kids after them too. Okay, and the kids ain't even there. There's a lot of them. Mr. Parker says, no, no, they ain't. My oldest son, Goofy. I was looking at a report the other day, and the child, so it's somebody named, I almost hate the Astro. I mean, I thought that just came from the Jetsons. Hell, Astro. And they black. Male black. Astro. I didn't even know nobody. You know, I used to like to look at the Jetsons. That was one of my favorite cartoons. Hell, I never would have thought a human name would have ever been Astro, and a black human. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stay out the hood. Um, I went into the dollar store. I stopped at the dollar store. Um, yeah, that was my second time stopping at that dollar store on Bellevue, and I believe that's Macklemore. I'm gonna have to stay up out of there because I went in there right before Thanksgiving, and they had just beat the hell out of the cashier. He almost did. She said he came in there tried to steal an outfit. And see, this is what I'm talking about. He said, it's my daughter's birthday. I want my daughter outfit. I don't know why she didn't just let I wouldn't have been. She said the outfit was $6. They got insurance on that stuff. If they don't think enough of their merchandise to get armed security up in there, ain't no cashier got no business trying to be security. And she said that he tried to drag her out the store because she was holding on to that $6 outfit. I said, why you ain't just let him have it? He not gonna come up in here and take nothing with me up here. I said, what can you do? It was two other young boys. She said he was dragging her out the store because she was trying to keep him from stealing that $6 outfit. She said he kept saying, I got to get my daughter. I don't know if maybe he was related to Cornelia Smith. Cause she said he kept saying, it's my daughter's birthday. I want to get her outfit for her birthday. I said, you should have let him have that outfit. But she said it was two young boys in line that had to get him up off of her. Cause he was dragging her because she was holding on to them folks $6 Family Dollar $6 outfit. Now, if he was already probably geeked up on something, he probably was gonna hurt her real bad. I said, I said, love, don't do that. She said, but he come in here and talk to me all the time. If it was his daughter's birthday, he could have told me. I would have gave him the $6. He gonna take the outfit in my face. I said, well, it's time for Family Dollar to get some armed security. But they probably need to get off duty officers because the armed security be popping up everybody. A lot of stores will fire employees that are yeah, don't, because that stuff is insured. Yeah, that stuff is insured. Ain't nowhere in the world I would have been trying to stop somebody geeked up like that. Cornelia Smith Jr. from stealing a damn $6 outfit, talking about it's his daughter's birthday. He want to get her an outfit. She said, and he was dragging me, and them young boys was standing in line. They came over and helped me, and she lucky, cause some of them ain't gonna do nothing. They would have been stealing the stuff while he was dragging her out the store. So she got some decent dudes that came and got him up off of her. I know that's right. Ain't nobody dragging me for call the police. All she could do was call the police. Family Dollar need to get them some security. That's what they need to do. Especially that is the Family Dollar over on Macklemore and Bellevue. That's the heart of South Memphis. The straight up trenches. I don't know how the hell I end up over there. I was going down Bellevue, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, this I think this year the Family Dollar has been having a lot of the cute little Christmas stuff to put on your table and stuff for cheap. Look, I don't want to have to send nobody's son or daughter to Kingdom Come. I don't want to have to do that. What's up, the Alabama hitter? I don't want to have to send nobody daughter or son to Kingdom Come. Just go on with your life. Leave me alone. I don't bother nobody. Just let me be in the Dollar Tree and shop and get little stuff to put around my house, my candles to put in my restrooms, my spray, my cleaning stuff. I get a lot of my stuff from over there at the Dollar Tree, the dollar store. I've been getting my Christmas little stuff to hang up on around my fireplace and all of that. And and in Walmart I go get my washing powder and stuff. I just want to be happy. That's all. Just leave me alone. I don't want to have to shoot nobody. Because oftentimes if I have money on me, I don't have money on me. I don't carry money on me at all. I was looking at my purse today and I saw I had like $3 or $4. I was like, wow, I didn't know it must have I didn't even know it because I don't ever have money on me. But if I do, if I see somebody, they don't even have to ask me. I'll go walk up to them and say, here you go, sir. Here you go, ma'am. Here go some money. I'll give it to them for them to I don't know what they're gonna do with it, child. They might go and probably I don't think that you could buy crack for $3, $3, $4. I think crack starts at what, $5? You get the crumbs for $5, right? Or has it gone up? Y'all know I'm old when I say I think they used to give you crumbs. I think they used to give you crumbs for $5, right? You can get some shake. What's shake? Now y'all know y'all gotta school me on some of this stuff. Now what is shake? That's a new drug? What's shake? Child, these folks, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I get so tickled by these damn crackheads. They get to bragging about crack is whack. Crack is whack. I don't do no crack. I do meth. I do fentanyl. They bragging about doing new improved drugs, brains just fried like a damn scrambled egg. The crackheads bet off. Whatever drugs that these folks on now is really messing them up. Their brain is complete scrambled eggs. They crazier than a shithouse rat. Doing crack might help them. Their brain so damn messed up. I pay for everything with my phone. I don't even pull my wallet out anymore. It's too dangerous. It really ain't even good to carry a purse. Black Money says, "Hey, Miss C, since I heard you got a Fire Anonymous interview coming up and it looks like you moving on up like the Jeffersons, don't forget about us." Oh, never. I would never, ever, 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 ever. And I do have a fire interview coming up. I'm just trying to decide on, we if he's gonna come over to my studio. If he come over to my studio, it's gonna be secure over there. Cause like I said, I have armed security that actually works in the building that my studio is in. And I mean, it ain't no flashlights, nothing. They are armed security. And I mean, the precinct will come up there and sit out there. Whenever I have to work late over in my studio, if I know I'm gonna be there late and with security leave, I call the precinct and they'll sit out there until I leave. Oh my God, yo got it. Oh Lord, have mercy. I don't have an interest, and I got to be honest. I don't have an interest in interviewing Yo Gotti because Yo Gotti, the last interview I saw that Yo Gotti did, Yo Gotti, it was at the Breakfast Club, I believe, and you could tell that he had already told them what they could and couldn't ask him and all of that. Okay, he had already told them, don't ask him nothing about young dog. Don't ask him this. I mean, it just seemed really weird. It just seemed really weird. So I would never interview anybody where I have to tiptoe around what I can ask them. Okay, this is what you ask me. They give you a list of questions to ask them. You said today earlier, you said you think that it's Black Youngster. Vanessa, now I'm letting the cat out the bag. I think Vanessa gonna be interviewing Black Youngster. And hey, I think he would be more comfortable with her. I think he would be more comfortable with her. But I think she's gonna I think that's in the works. So I get tickled when I think about that. Hell, she's subject to ask him anything, but whatever she asks him, he might feel comfortable with what she asked him. I don't know. He said, "Yes, congrats on the interview. I know you and Stan G gonna get down to the real meat and potatoes." Has anybody seen Stan G? I hope Stan G okay. I haven't seen where I have not seen him do a video or anything. Does anybody know if Govan goes to court tomorrow? I thought he goes to court. I thought that it was tomorrow. I haven't checked, and I don't even feel like checking. Somebody, I want. Where is Grayface at? Grayface, no. Does anybody know anybody in the bushes? When does Govan go to court? Govan, when you go to court? I know he in here. Um, he says, okay. So I wonder what's going on tomorrow. I think that it's tomorrow. Something is happening tomorrow. The 6th ain't in my mind for nothing. Something going on tomorrow. I don't know what it is though. Something going on tomorrow. I don't know what made me say that. If he goes to court on the 13th, it's something going on tomorrow. I don't know why this in my brain. I don't know. I know tomorrow they're having an event to present me with the money that I have been awarded for my organization, but I wouldn't get somebody's court date mixed up with me getting my check tomorrow. That I'm excited about that to help my organization. Of course, the check to help my organization, the funding. He says I thought it was tomorrow too, but it's the 13th. Okay, so it's the 13th. So it's actually next Friday then. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was tomorrow. Hmm. Does Cornelius go back to court no, Cornelius don't go to court until January. Yeah, what's going on tomorrow? I don't know. Hmm. Okay, so Govan got another week, I guess, before we know what he's going to decide on. I'm sure whatever it is, whatever he decides, I'm sure it's been decided. That'll be interesting to know the flame spitter. That's interesting. That would be interesting to know because we do know these lawyers don't come cheap. The lawyers definitely don't come cheap. When's he waste? I don't know why. I'm thinking, y'all sure it's not tomorrow? Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know why I thought it was something. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what go on after all of this stuff um is said and done, you know. After all of this is said and done, it's gonna be interesting to see um the ending results. What the heck is going on? How is Govan on social media getting insurance on box trucks? It's a cold world. What you talk about, Leo? What happened? He said he getting insurance on box trucks. What's a box truck? Are you saying he got a trucking company or something? It's on his Facebook page. Flame Spitter says he got a feeling that they're coming for Gotti. I haven't seen Gotti on social media. Has anybody seen Gotti on social media? He said, look at it real quick. What's the name of Govan's page? Is it that Bet with Quet stuff? Let me see. Delivery trucks. Lord have mercy. I don't know what Govan got going on. Let me see. Yeah, hold on. He said he need insurance for a box truck. So, what is a box truck? Is that like one of those small uh trucks they have with like a trucking company or something? Hey Kenny, what's up? Somebody said his court date is next week. I don't know why I thought that he was going to court tomorrow. I don't know. Oh, he must be moving. Okay. Oh, like a U-Haul truck. Okay. But when you use a U-Haul truck, they don't make you get insurance on it, do they? What's up, Miss Diane? What's up, Miss Diane? Y'all, it's so cold outside. It is freezing. When I tell you it's freezing, it's freezing. It's cold enough to snow. Like, it's cold when and my heater is hot and it's not even it's cold as hell. My house still has a chill to it. You all, if you haven't hit the like button, please do hit the like button for me. I would appreciate that a lot. Listen, when it's cold, I be feeling when it's cold when I don't have to be out in the cold. I've been out in the cold and I've been walking. I've been having to walk and work. That's why, y'all, it's sad when you get home, all you could do is fall out and go to sleep. I wasn't even trying to go to sleep today. I didn't even stretch out to go to sleep because normally I stretches out because I can't take it. Shit, I stretch out. I get on the couch and I stretch out. I go, I'm gonna take a nap, but then when I open my eyes, it'd be like 2 in the morning. Just like I ate a little something and I was sitting up on the couch. I took my boots off and I ate me a little something and I was sitting up on the couch and I woke up. I was like, oh Lord, I know it's about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and it was 8:30. I said, ain't this some I don't know what's going on. I've been taking my Geritol. I don't understand why I'm so tired. Diane says, so Miss T, where's Black Youngster? I don't know where Black Youngster at. He don't do interviews or nothing either. Leo says it's so cold, ain't nothing else to do but I'm tired. I've been working though. I've been walking. I do a lot of walking and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I've been taking Geritol. I'm gonna tell y'all how long I've been taking. Geritol is the best vitamin that you could take. It has all of the vitamins and minerals, and you used to could get them from. I'm gonna tell you when I started taking Geritol. When I went back through the police academy, they told us, listen. it would be best if you want to get all of the minerals and stuff, it's best to get you some Geritol because I just thought Geritol at that time was just for old folks, okay? Um, but um, I mean they do give you so when I went to Walmart, I was like, I'm gonna give me some Geritol. I'm gonna get back on my Geritol. And I went the lady at the pharmacy, I was like, I can't find the Geritol. She says, they took the Geritol out the store. She was like, you probably have to get them online. She was like, they replaced them with that GNC stuff. She said, the real good vitamins, like the Geritol, they take them out of the store. I guess they don't be wanting you to get all your minerals, but I'm gonna tell you something now. It, the Geritol, if you ain't gonna the Geritol helps you now as far as build your body up and stuff, your reproductive if you already know that you having a baby 2-3 times a year, you need to keep little Junebug, them little, booty calls, keep Junebug away, because Junebug gonna have a Junebug Junior. The Geritol, I'm telling you, if you a man, anything you skeet out, okay, gonna hit. It ain't gonna be no blanks either. So it builds your body up. I think it's colder. They said okay, it's supposed to rain on Sunday. It feels like it's about 20 something degrees. Like it feels like that it is cold enough to snow. I'm telling you, my cousin was on that Geritol with his old ass. And so he was like, I had to get off of me. He was hitting it. He wasn't missing nothing. I told him, my mom told me, mm-mm. My auntie them was telling him your ass done got too old to be having all these babies. It was the Geritol. Snow is on the way. And here's the thing, like next Monday and Tuesday, it's gonna be in the 60s. So listen, this is new. That's pneumonia weather. Somebody needs to let these folks know. Don't be going outside scantily dressed when it warms up because it's gonna go right back down. That's pneumonia weather. It's 24 in Bama. Let's see how many degrees. It feel like it's 5 around these parts. Hell, it's cold. I know damn well they lying. They saying it's 60 degrees, 65. No, it's not. It's 25 degrees. It is 25 degrees and it feels just like it's 25. And I was out on the pavement today. That wind was cutting like crazy. That wind was cutting. Hmm. Y'all, Govan don't seem to be bothered. Govan don't see whatever going on, because anybody that's bothered, because at this point, he don't seem to be bothered. He, especially he talking about box trucks. He's talking about box trucks. Mm. I hope my sleep don't get thrown off because I already. Edward says, "I told you, Tam." He said he won't do a day in jail, like he ain't did nothing. Govan said that. He said that he's not gonna do a day. Well, I tell you, he sure got some heavy charges on him because he got the very same charges that he always had. Mm. I don't think he would be crazy enough to go to trial. Not with those charges. He'll be a damn fool. Edward says, when you work for the FBI, the state can't touch you. You think you think he works for the FBI? Lord have mercy. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, Diane is 25. It's 25 statewide because it's cold. It is freezing. Um, I'm trying to think of. I gotta wear something nice tomorrow. I have an eventful weekend because let's see. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm being awarded with a grant tomorrow at a event, and on it's so cold though. Um, I go to a ball that the mayor is having on this weekend, and one of the attorneys that I work for is having a party. Yeah, I said I was gonna start being more sociable. I normally don't get out and I don't go to no parties. I don't go to no balls, no events. I just be wanting to be in the comfort of my home. Oh, Kenny, it's definitely cold. He said, "Who is his lawyer? He must be Jesus himself." Where's Mr. Parker at? He must not be in here anymore. He trying to run because he dropped a dime. Oh Lord have mercy. Well, he advertising if he get ready to go on a run. He advertising that he getting everybody knows he in a box truck. He on the run in a box truck. Are y'all gonna come to my event that I'm having? Miss T, when is the interview? Because I never got notifications. I get notifications on here. Um, when it's like in about a week. It's about in a week. The person would have did the interview today. He would have did the interview today because he said it. But I've been taking my braids and stuff out. I looks like Aquanisha. I've taken them out around the edges. I mean, I could have looked like Aquanisha and did the interview. And I was trying to decide, like I said, if I wanted to have him come to my studio. I don't know if he would want to do that. But if I did that, it would have to be pre-recorded, or I mean, we could just do it on here so that you all could interact with him. I don't want to sock him all up to myself. Diane already said, Diane was like, don't sock him up to yourself. We want to interact with him too. So I'll just do it live so that you all can can get some interactions and all of that. Of course, since you know you all have been here with me, a lot of y'all for the last 3 years. Um, I won't try to sock him all up to myself. Mr. Parker somewhere in the bushes mad at you, Tam, because you ain't answering his calls and emails. Don't give Mr. Oh, Mr. Parker something else. If Flame Spitter, he ain't got to run. He running with them. Agent Govan, his badge. Number 7.62. um, I'm a Leo, so you know I want to know. I'm a Leo too. Yep, it's going to be a good interview, though. It's going to be a very good interview. And I got some more interviews lined up. I'll be interviewing both of the mayors. I'll be interviewing two of right now, two of the city council, probably all of them. One of the county commissioners, and I'm gonna upload the documentary. I was looking at a video. My dad had did a documentary. I just can't believe my dad is gone. My dad had did a documentary, and the young man did such a good job. He did such a good job. And um yeah. And at the end of the video, the young man got my dad walking to Miss Crenshaw's grave. And so I was thinking about it. I was like, I really want to re-edit that video, like keep all of the original parts, but now my dad has passed on, and I got to pay homage to my father. It feels like I'm getting my second win, because I'm not gonna even lie, like my dad, it's going on 2 years, because I was like, dog, it's going on 2 years that my dad has passed on, I really do believe that I was like in a depression. I was not motivated to really do anything because my dad and I were business partners. So I was telling my mother, I was like, I didn't have the I wasn't even going to like I had really stopped. I had started producing like other little shows, like for the churches and stuff, but I wasn't really even thinking about my show. I've been People have been calling me talking about we miss your show, but I got a treat for them. Like God has just worked everything out because I promise you I wasn't gonna even do no more shows. And haven't in a year. Every time I would do a show, I had thought about moving out of my studio and well, I did move out of that particular, but moving into like a totally different building because I was like, this building is where my dad and I had started out in. So I just feel like now things are, I don't know, I think I'm coming out of that depression and moving on. You have to get used to like the new norm. And the new norm, and I guess it's been the norm for almost 2 years now, is that my dad is not coming back. He's not coming back, and I have to move forward. I haven't even been able to like my dad's things like in the studio. My dad would go and buy so much stuff for the studio. Like it's boxes and boxes of stuff that he had gotten for me, like microphones. And every year he bought me a brand new camera. He would come in there and say, Gal, they got a brand new camera out, a brand new Canon camera. And I started going through a lot of that stuff. He would buy me lenses. I got lenses like that I'd never used before because he was just stacking them up. He was just so good to me. And it's just been so hard to kind of move on without it. But I don't have a choice. And so I gotta find a way to keep his things the way that they were. Cause like he like yellow steno pads. And so he always wrote out agendas. I got those pads when my dad was writing out agendas from like 2014, 2015. And I was like, Lord, I don't want to move anything on his table. I don't want to move anything. I have not been able to move nothing. I want everything to be left on his side of the office, on his table, exactly how he left it. I don't want to touch nothing. And I wish I could find a way to preserve it. I'll go and I'll stand and I'll look at like the way he got the pass and stuff on the table, like looking at his last thoughts, when he was writing out agendas of things that he wanted to do. I've gotten to a point where I can stand and read it now, but I will never move it. I cannot move it. I want it to be just like he left it. That's how he left it. Um, Yeah, it just don't seem real that he's not here. Like my dad was a fighter. So it just seems like dog, did he really stop fighting? I have to ask myself that. Did he really stop fighting? He did. I guess he was tired. He was tired. I think people don't understand like when you and that's true, Edwards. You have to keep going. I think the pain of losing him, that's my business partner, a person that taught me business, taught me politics, right? And it's like you go through mourning all over again. Okay, so you lose them, you're going through the mourning, right? And so then when you decide that you're gonna continue on, like I decided I'm carrying on the organizations, carrying on his legacy. That's like dealing with that part of the death all over again. It's like, because now I go, because I got to go accept. I thank God though, they chose my organization for funds, but I got to go and accept that without my father. Like, it's just really weird. You know what I mean? Like, now it's hitting me all over again. I am moving on, but I'm moving on without him. But it's time to, I don't have a choice because it's going on 2 years. He ain't coming back. Um, have I heard Kenny Money and Glock's new song? I haven't. I'm gonna listen to it though. Um, yeah, it is. It's hard during the holidays. I've been thinking about my grandmother a lot too. I've been thinking about my grandma a lot. I miss my grandma a lot. Now, the holidays was like my grandma's favorite. I remember when we was growing up, when I was growing up in Clementine, I used to be so happy. My mother got pictures of me every holiday when my grandma loved to put up, like, our Christmas tree was the prettiest Christmas tree in the projects. I kid you not. Everybody loved looking at our Christmas tree in the window. And I would always get in my rocking chair, and my mother still got pictures of that when they would start putting up the Christmas tree. I would always get in my rocking chair and sit in front of the Christmas tree as they put the tree up. That's something. My little raggedy rocking chair. And me and my grandma used to always, even all the way up till I got grown, and then she started doing it with my girls. Whenever like the holiday movies and stuff started coming on, we could not wait. We always looked at like all of the Christmas movies and stuff together. Frosty the Snowman, um, Charlie Brown's Christmas, all of that good stuff, right? So, a lot of people feel like I be listening to people sometimes. They go, "Well, I grew up in the projects," and maybe life was hard for some people. It depends on the upbringing and who was raising them. But hey, some of my greatest memories came from living in the projects. It was more family orientated. We had a lot of fun. We were able to be kids and stuff. So I be missing my grandma too around the holidays because Thanksgiving and Christmas was her favorite seasons. Like, she was so happy around those. She loved it. She went all out with the decorations always. Always. Diane said, "Long live doll." Paula Hall, just be sure the kids asleep. Oh Lord. It's 11 o'clock. I know everybody gotta get up and go to work in the morning. I gotta be up and be downtown at the federal courts in the morning. So I'm from the bricks too, Tam, and my folks live nice. It was clean, sanctified. I'm telling, like, cleanliness was like my grandmother had the. Everybody talked about how you could eat off of our floor. Like my grandmother was like, I live in the projects. We living in the projects, but the house is gonna always be clean. That's why I go and buy so many cleaning supplies now. Now I'm a little junky. I ain't gonna tell no story because I buy a lot of stuff. I buy a lot of clothes and stuff. Um, but you ain't gonna see it's not nothing nasty. I don't like nothing nasty. Okay, I'll fold some clothes and I might leave them sitting on the couch until I put them up. Um, but when you walk into my house, you ain't gonna smell nothing but smell good stuff because I believes in that. And I don't put smell good stuff over filth. Absolutely not. But I like for my house to smell like oranges and lemons. I like the smell of lemons. But I have diffusers and candles and stuff going all the time. It's gonna smell like fruits when you walk in, like oranges and lemons mostly, and limes. I like those scents. But I've started buying a lot of that Febreze stuff too. You get that for the couches. And I know people were talking about, well, if you got them dogs, uh, I'm gonna tell you right now, them dogs wear Pampers. I keep Pampers on them because ain't no, in my house don't smell like no piss, no shit, nothing. Okay, it's cleaner than a lot of the folks' faces that talk about it must be something because she got dogs. No, okay, my dogs go get groomed. I keep them bathed, all of that good stuff. They got smell good stuff too. That's how I do it. I have a feeling that something gonna happen before this year's out. You think so? What you think is gonna happen, Black Money? Something like what? You're not sure yet. Oh, okay. Well, if you think it's something, just are you talking about as it relates to the young Doss case? Jay, it's going really good. Thank you. It's going really good. Black money, Trump already won us, and Biden gave his son a pardon, so some done happened already. The diddler. You think somebody gonna do something to the diddler? No, I think the diddler gonna get out. I don't know why I think he is. I think the diddler gonna get out of jail. They gonna dog walk him. They plan on dog walking him. I'm sure this has already been a humbling experience for him. Okay, but I kind of think the diddler gonna walk. I don't know why I do. The baby oil man. Lord have mercy. I don't know. The diddler and them did Trump pretty bad. P. Diddy and them all did Trump dirty. So I don't know if he'll be messing with them like that. There's supposedly, allegedly, going to be a big arrest coming, I hear. Oh, Edward says no, Trump won't. No, I don't think Trump messing with did in them because they kind of did him. They turned on him after he loaned them money and stuff because they were going to him and getting loans. He said Diddler with Obama and Kamala. Oh, y'all, it's cold. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Let me see something. It's something ain't right. It's cold as hell. But I guess the temperature drops as more and more. It makes my house cold. Hold on. Woo! Lord have mercy. Woo! Child. Just what I need you. I don't know, y'all. My unit say it's 76 in my house. It don't feel like it. Let me just put some cover. I be loving them Victoria's Secret blankets. I ordered so much stuff from Victoria's Secrets that I get some the blankets and stuff for free. And they come in handy, those throw blankets. They're warm too. Hmm. He says, everybody don't talk about my president number 47. A lot of people who voted for him have something coming for them. Yeah, Trump is vindictive. I had to fix me some more coffee, y'all. I'm cold. I had to turn the heat up. Sometimes I think that air seeps in through. That's the only thing I hate about having a patio doors is that it's like it's easier for the air to seep in. Um Mm. Yeah, eggs is high. Eggs is very expensive. Eggs is high. Gas has gone down some because I got some gas today and it was like 2.89 a gallon. That's still high though. That's really high. But I think gas had been up to like $4 and $5 a gallon. So when I saw 2.89, I was like, it's kind of sliding on back down. So I reckon when it gets under a dollar and some, when it gets up under $2, then I'll say that because they're really gouging. It ain't no reason for gas to be that high. I think I just need to go ahead and take my Geritol tonight and then take another one tomorrow. We're gonna see these wars gonna stop and we finna be have permits to drill for oil in the US and not buy it from Saudi Arabia. Hmm. And our farmers will get loans to grow food locally will help the prices. Says the DOJ under Patel is only out for revenge. Hmm. Empty waste, you guys. I'm gonna get off of here because I need to go and get my stuff ready. And I promised myself I was like, hmm. Anyway, y'all, I know everybody got to get up and go to work in the morning. Like I said, I gotta be in federal court in the morning. So listen, hey, I appreciate you guys um tuning in with me and just bear with me. A sister been tired. Okay, I have been tired. When I tell y'all I walk a lot and stuff now, I really I've been working. And so I really just appreciate you all sticking with me, all those that stay with me. That's why I was like, I'm so happy that the person I'm gonna interview agreed to do the interview with me. Um, I wanted to be able to. This is, especially all of the people that um just really support young Doss people, his artists and stuff. So I think this will be a good thing for all of us, right? Um, not to be, because my style of interview is not messy or anything like that. Of course, we ask certain questions, but it's not. I don't believe in creating atmospheres to have somebody looking at, because people are already jealous hearted, right? So it's just certain um questions and stuff that it's a way to ask stuff without, when the person leave off the platform, now you got somebody feeling salty and planning to drop bags and stuff, because these folks had gotten real bad about talking about they was putting money out, putting bags on folks. But I think looking at this trial, they had the opportunity to see that it's just nothing good that comes out of this. You think you're gonna be a hit man? What you really doing is you signing your death certificate, or you signing yourself up for life in jail, right? You signing yourself up for life in jail. Um, I haven't heard about that. And then it's just good to pray too. But because one while before the folks saw that the FBI was on top of them, on top of their necks, they was always talking about they was dropping a bag on somebody. So we need to sell some America. Don't make nothing, everything made in China. Yeah, everything is made in China. It do need to be American made. Um, that's why a lot, like if you buy like Chevrolet car, a Chevy car, like a American made cars, the parts and stuff are a lot cheaper. Mm. Mm. So I think that America, we do need to start making a lot of our stuff. I don't even think it's healthy to be importing food from other countries and stuff. There's so many countries that just do not like the United States. Um, the United States go and it's under the guise of trying to help other countries, but we see, if we're gonna be truthful about it, we see whenever the United States has gone and intervened in anything, it is because they wanted to take over something. Like, that war unfortunately in Iraq started, and it was just about oil. They wanted the people's oil, you know, and it's just it's sad that all of the mayhem that went on. Um, but my dad used to say, old men start wars that young men have to die for. And that rings true. I didn't know. My dad used to always say that old men start wars that young men have to go and die for. And he used to always say that it didn't mean register with me until I got grown and old enough to dissect stuff myself. And that still rings true because we see a lot of these OGs, what they do, okay, as it relates to some of these young dudes. They start wars. Look at what happened in this young dog situation. There was a war started by a bunch of old motherfuckers, okay, that was jealous hearted. And look at how many young men lost their life, right? They lost their lives because of issues that older guys had going on, and um the issues that they had as far as just hating on somebody else, that was their own issue. And so they paid a bunch of misguided guys, young men, to go and take this young man out, right? Of course, it's a little different with them because they made a conscious decision. They participated in making the wrong decisions for themselves, but they was definitely encouraged by older guys. They encouraged them, they boosted them and instigated them into going and making these bad decisions, because of whatever issues they had going on within themselves, their jealousy, you know, they felt like, young Dolph being not being here would be better for them, stuff like that. So he said Lexus Luxury Export USA. They've been taking advantage of us. So United States bullies other countries and can their own right. It does something to me when I see the United States going and getting in stuff with other people and call themselves they under the guise of being their savior when we already know they don't give a damn about their own country. So they don't care about nobody else's. There's always some type of agenda. Um, so it's sad. It's a cold game, as they say. It really is. But anyways, you guys, um I'm gonna get off of here so I can maybe I'll be able to fall asleep again because I sure just fell out when I got home. But anyways, you guys, I appreciate you all. We got a big interview. It's not just mine, it's ours. I think you all gonna be so pleased. We had the opportunity to interact and with the person and all of that. And um like I said, it's not gonna be messy. It won't be messy at all. It won't be messy at all. So, you know. Anyways, you guys, I love you guys. I want you guys to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you all of y'all support, okay? I love you guys. If you want to support the channel, you can hit the Cash App or the Super Thanks. Okay. I love you guys. Y'all have a good night, okay? It's been a pleasure being on here with you guys. I'll talk with you later.